What am I here for? All these questions appear and barge down the door. I was here and there at a time then lost. Every day I tell myself I won't die without a cause. Be bold, I say, be bold. You don't really have to do what you've always been told. Laws unfold, share the gold, find the truth of life unfold. Washes over me, make me into a higher being. Wash away this anguish I am feeling. Wash away the strife, keep me in the light until I am reborn, or let me slip into the night. Give me the strength to carry on, show me the place where I belong, right the wrong, insight to a better plan, take control, take command.
dare you disturb my family vacation?
closest.
Mario, look.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know, she's not really my mama. Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's right, boy. Well put, son. The Royal Koopa line is as strong as ever. But for now, let's just rest a while.
The vacation starts now.
Woohoo! Oh man, I was so upset. Yes, Thursday. So upset. I really felt after all of that work that it wasn't gonna, do what I needed. I can't seem to get. Oh, I know why. I know why this isn't working the way I want it to. As you can see, my daily followers goal was kind of in the shitter. It's because when you do a new computer stuff, it doesn't remember where everything is, or when you move things around. But anyway, thank you so much, Pikachu, for being here. It's great to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I hope school's going well. Let me just sort this little thing we got going with the frame of my follower thing. There we go. Alright. Woo. Thank you, man. I appreciate that you, I should keep these on. Noticed. Thank you. It was about time as well for me to do that. I've been putting it off and off. In the end, I actually got my parents to do it because the idea was I was wanting to conjoin it with going to get glasses, new glasses, which also needed to happen. I can hear background noise. I don't know if you can. But anyway, school is going good. Lovely. Awesome. Nice. You need to make sure that your heart's in it. If I could say anything about school, even though I failed at uni, you need to make sure your heart's in it. If your heart's not in it, then don't bother about it, really. But if you need to try, if you can make your heart in it, and whatever it is that you follow, much rather pursue that. Like, I couldn't get a qualification because the amount of discipline that required for me to do maths, and even though I love maths, but higher maths especially, like, it's a whole different ballgame. And, university and finances, I wasn't prepared to put in the hours. And with university, at least, maybe earlier, I was able to get away with it with A-levels and stuff. But university, you absolutely have to put that effort in, which is, just saying from my experience at least. I mean, I'm sure you're doing great, and you know what you want to do. And I just, if I were you, I would just pursue whatever I enjoy most. If you can find something that you can enjoy actually putting the hours in, doesn't have to be like, maths or science or something like big or whatever. It can be anything. Tourism, cooking, whatever it is. You can find something you actually enjoy doing and you can do well because you put so many hours into it. It's a lot better than trying to go for a big topic because it sounds fancy. I enjoyed maths from a very young age, but I was not prepared to put in the time. But anyway, aside from that, I didn't realize this would be one of the shortest casts I ever do. Then his professor said, don't do it. His professor might think that he doesn't have the passion that he needs to do it. If you can do successfully in maths, especially, I mean, after all, the professor's probably telling him, because if this streamer is anything reasonable whereby like he's making a living off his streaming, obviously I'm not, but at that sort of size, then you're gonna be very hard pressed to have enough time to do both. Like, you really need to put the hours into uni. It's stupid. And obviously I'm not the candidate for that. I mean, the amount of hours I put into streaming wouldn't be enough to compare to the amount of hours you need to dedicate to doing well in uni. At least not from my experience anyway. Like, I've done better with the streaming thing than I did at uni. I dropped out after the first... I tried 3 years. I failed the first year. I had to repeat it. Got it passed. Went to the second year. Realized it was, again, too much. And just got rid of it. So I spent 3 years, basically, just to get an HNC. Which is the first year qualification. But yeah, oh my god, I was so sad on Thursday. So upset about the idea that I wasn't going to be able to beat this game. I like the idea of beating games. I haven't beaten every game I've ever streamed. But I felt like I could beat this one. And thanks to your help, of course, with the awesome rocket. I didn't realize how valuable it was. Though I did look up some stuff. And one of the things it said was the goo is fine to go into. And they're right, the goo only hits you once. And then when you're hit, you don't get hit again. Maybe because of iframes. And it takes you straight back onto the platform, which is really useful. And you saw me trying to exploit that a little bit. Doesn't make a living of it. Well, I mean, you know, it's all about the amount of time you're willing to put into whatever it is you want to do as a thing. Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But at least then he's kind of not locked, if you know what I mean. Like, if you're going to such an extent whereby, you know, okay, cool, I've got this to go with. This is what a lot of people have done, actually. Big streamers have done this. Has actually said, screw it, I have a backup plan for my studies, but I'm going to put that aside for now and focus on streaming. Because they became big enough that that was a viable plan. But if that's not his position, then by similar token, then he could easily put off streaming a little bit and focus more on studies, if he's willing to do that. He needs to have a greater passion for work than I do, though. That's for sure. Because, Jesus, university is hard. But, yeah. Next game, Thursday, flashbacks. It's an interesting one. Because I want to really do a Danganronpa month, even though I've been putting off Friday streams. And one of the reasons why I put Friday streams off stream yesterday was A, I was incredibly frustrated throughout the entire day. And B, I kind of want to save Danganronpa for its own month. Next month, Danganronpa V3 will have just come out. It's still not necessarily knowing whether it's actually streamable or not, although people will be streaming it, and I have no doubt about that. But we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, I want to see what happens. I also want to be prepared for it. So especially because October is Halloween month. Halloween is horror. I'm not a big fan of horror in general, but I love Danganronpa. So I'm thinking of doing that as like a whole month worth of stuff, rather than necessarily sticking to my day stuff. So whenever I have time, like now I had time to do this, whenever I feel up for it, all the rest of it, you know, and prepared, I can go do it. But if not, the next official Thursday flashback game I would like to get to is Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles, because Xenoblade Chronicles is a fucking long game, and I may not have enough time to do the whole game before Xenoblade 2 comes out in the beginning of December. And I'm really interested in trying to get onto that series. So Xenoblade Chronicles is almost certainly, if I can get a good copy, the game I want to do. I think it's also a Wii game, although not using the Gamecube controller. But if I can go on Amazon, buy myself, like I bought a copy of Super Mario Sunshine to do this. If I can buy myself a copy of Xenoblade, that would be what I want to do. I'm thinking right now, actually, I don't know. It's so short-lived, this cast. I really didn't realize. Like, I managed to get to... Like, I was dying so much, as you said, in the harder part, which is the level Corona Mountain, than the... yeah, it is a Wii game. Yeah, so since I can stream the Wii, it's pretty cool. Because this is on the Wii. But yeah, I died quite a few times. Yes, Thursday, playing the Corona Mountain level, but today, it's just because I started it fresh, you know? Like, all the shit of, like, feeling so frustrated about all sorts of stuff went away. I didn't have to worry about that. I wasn't tired from playing the game. I just come back to fresh. And the first time, without losing a single life, I even gained another life, although it wouldn't matter or anything. In Corona Mountain, I went up to the top, like, just without even losing a life. Which is crazy for me. I mean, I'm not a speedrunner of this. So, that was really cool. I'm really glad to actually put this game to bed. That's awesome. But yeah. I need to think about doing an Overwatch stream, although I'm not prepared for that. I'm thinking about possibly, like... But the thing is, you see, I want to end this stream because I want to upload this video of this game onto YouTube to finish the series, because each game has its own playlist on YouTube. So I think I have to stop this. And I also very interested in yeah, definitely, especially for someone like me. I suffer from frustration like no one's business, man. I mean, you've probably seen it already, but like this game has really brought out the frustration of anger in me, and to be able to clear that out, because I don't enjoy it. Don't get, it's not like I don't enjoy it, but like, how do I say this? I don't think it's a good thing. That's for sure. It's not like I can't do it either. I don't know. It certainly doesn't help. Yeah, maybe. But you see, the thing is, as much as you love Earthbound, and I appreciate that, and I do want to do games that people are interested in watching, like you and that. But, and I told this to my other mod, Ray, because he's very keen on me playing a game too. He suggested... what's it called? It's like a 2-story parallel story, Hands of Time or something. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. If he was here, I'd obviously be able to ask him. Game JRPG as well, which, you know, is an old one that is interesting. The thing is, you see, and yes, Earthbound would be a great choice for Thursday Flashbacks. You're absolutely right, but with every choice of game that I make, this is a key that has to be understood. I'm looking to try and promote marketing of the channel. And that may seem strange when some of the games that I play. Obviously, there's some games I love, and I save them for Friday favorites and all that. But if you notice, Super Mario Sunshine is actually being played specifically because Super Mario Odyssey is coming out next month. So with Odyssey coming out, it's a good time to play Sunshine just before it. Same thing, Xenoblade Chronicles, I want to play that so that I can finish it just before Xenoblade Chronicles 2 comes out. And that's the same with a lot of them. Pokken Tournament, Pokken 2 came out recently, and so on and so forth. So if there's a new Earthbound game coming out, I would be a lot more like, okay, cool, we're going to play Earthbound so that then we can play the whatever it is Earthbound game coming out in a few months. But as that doesn't seem to be the case, I'm less inclined to play it. But I have so many games on my plate. I have to choose with a lot of priorities. And one of the biggest priorities is attracting people to the stream. And games which are related to things coming out and hype is a huge way, I personally feel, to help do that. So... yeah, exactly. I highly doubt that as well. Unless they remaster one of the old ones. If they remastered one of the old ones, like actually like properly remastered it, like they did with Crash Bandicoot, and so like everybody wanted to play it because hey, it's the Earthbound again, like what they did with Day of the Tentacle or whatever, you know, like an actual like new one coming out, then that again would promote the hype to it, so therefore the audience is there, therefore I am happy to go along with that. But yeah, remaster them are free? I don't know if they are. But if they do that, and it's actually something that I see, because again, I have to always look at what's happening and then correlate correspondingly. Like, I don't know whether I want to fully push onto a Danganronpa a month or not. Many things go factor into that. How many other people are playing Danganronpa V3 despite the warnings of not playing beyond the first chapter? What happens to them? You know, am I going to be able to do that myself? Is there a big following? Which there probably is, because it's Danganronpa. A lot of people love that series. And so forth. And depending on that, that can change, very much influence my decision whether I want to focus a whole month to it, or if I want to keep doing my different games per day thing, or whatever it is. So a lot of the answers I don't know, and nobody knows yet, because we have to wait till they happen to know what to do. But it's definitely something to think about. If you can find something that you like, that you know there's going to be like, okay, this is happening again, so that there's going to be hype around it, that makes me a lot more inclined, like I say, to consider it. But I definitely keep that in mind. Like, all my all my mods are interested in games of their choosing, of course, and have their own choices and preferences to what I want to play. And like I said, the other guy has one too, but you have to kind of keep all those things in mind. But anyway, I think I'm going to close up. I didn't expect it to be that quick. I wasted 20 goddamn lives getting to Corona Mountain twice, with 10 lives each or so, to try and beat it on Thursday. And the second time round, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to give it its own bonus cast, so I can complete it, like I've done with a couple other games when I couldn't do it. And, you know, that seems to be working. It's a formula I really like, being able to put off a final boss that is seeming too difficult and come back to it. As you can see, another success here. So, like, I don't know. Because there are other games I still need to complete. I haven't played Tales of Symphonia in ages, and I never finished that. That was one of the few games I never finished, because it became boring to me. Unfortunately, a lot of love for Symphonia as it is, and there was hype around it because it was ported recently to Steam along with Zestria, and there was also Berseria coming out. So once again, there was reason to play Symphonia. But then when Berseria kind of didn't really succeed on a big level in Twitch, wasn't really played that much, and Symphonia became quite boring for me to play, for me. I just kind of dropped it. And it's a shame. Also, I need to complete Ni no Kuni, and I will be doing that more towards, like, January time, because that's when Ni no Kuni is coming out. Again, you see the same sort of, like, continuation, try to build type towards. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's a big thing. Like, there's all sorts of games I want to get to. Like, I've been recently doing this Valkyrie Evolution thing, and yeah, it's yeah. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I will have to put the call off the cast now. Also, I'm really interested in watching Elegy's run of Valkyria Chronicles, so check out that. I mean, he's a wonderful streamer as well. I actually got this shirt. It's his logo, and he's playing one of my favorite games. Valkyria Chronicles is awesome. So maybe go check that out. Maybe I'll host him. I don't know. But thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me get through this game finally. And that will be a wrap, I think. I certainly don't want to go 100% on it. That would be crazy. So, and I don't really 100% games. I don't have time for that. Because if I 100% one game, especially a game I hated playing, then I would have to feel the same way about every other game. And I certainly can't do that. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry it's been such a short cast, but I didn't realize how long it would take me to beat this final boss. That's what I do. These casts are specifically designed. They're not in real, regular time. They're not really scheduled. They're put in so I can try and finish it. And who knows how long they take. So thank you once again. See you guys. See you, Pikachu. It's great that you're here. Maybe I'll be able to stream earlier or something that makes it easy for you. I don't know. But keep focused on school, and I'm sure you'll do great. And yeah, see you next time.